This is a sample stock listing for Microsoft that I pulled off of Yahoo Finance that gives a good deal of information about Microsoft stock. We can see a bunch of useful things from this table. I'll walk down starting here. If you follow the cursor along, Microsoft stock sold for $40.16 a share when the market closed most recently. That was down 0.17 points or 17 cents, which is 0.42% during Friday's trading period. You can see quite a bit of information about how the stock has done. Recently. The day before, on Thursday, it closed at $40.33 after opening at $40.85. So it's fallen 69 cents over the last two trading periods, last Thursday and last Friday. What we have here, the bid and ask price talks a little bit about what people are offering for the stock and what people are expecting to pay for it. Targets and betas are tools for investors who are interested in evaluating what the stock will be worth over some period of time and how risky that is. The next earnings date, the next date the company will report its earnings, its profitability, will be on April 24th. And then you can see here how the stock traded during the last trading day on Friday. So it traded between $40.01 and $40.94 on Friday. The 52-week range over the last year, the stock has traded between $27 and $41 approximately. So you can see that while it's been down the last couple of days, it's trading at the top end of its range over the course of the past year. The chart here, the chart here on the right tells you how it traded, how it traded over the course of the last trading day, and it's easy to change the period of time that you're examining. We can look at how it traded over the last 5 days, the last month, and so on all the way out to as long as Microsoft stock has been trading on the exchanges. It traded 80 million shares yesterday, which is about double its average volume. Its market capitalization, we talked about that on the last screen. The market capitalization is $333 billion. So divide $333 billion by 40, and you can see about how many shares outstanding. There are. It looks like, if my math is right, about 8 billion shares are outstanding. The price earnings ratio is 14.87. So if we take $40.16, the price of the share divided by its earnings, which come up on the next line of $2.70, we get the price earnings ratio of 14.87. Microsoft is then trading for just about 15 times its earnings. The last note here is the dividend and yield. The dividend is $1.12. It pays $1.12 in annual dividends. Divide that by the stock price at $40, and we can see a dividend yield of 2.8%. Now I want to talk about types of financial institutions. One type of financial institution is a bank, and what banks do is they take deposits from people who wish to save and use the money to make loans to other people. They pay depositors some interest rate. You can earn some interest rate on your savings account or your checking account, or if you buy a certificate of deposit, you earn some interest on that. And they turn around and they lend the money out to people who want to borrow it. It may be businesses who have credit needs. It may be home buyers who need to take out a mortgage. It may be people who want to make auto loans. It may be people who want to charge things on their credit cards, but banks make their profits by charging higher interest rates to borrowers than they do the interest rates that they pay to savers. Mutual funds take money from savers and invest them in equity or bonds in various companies. So I can take my money to a mutual fund company and I give it to them, and I am buying shares in the mutual fund. The mutual fund turns around and invests this in a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds and other financial instruments. Mutual funds are often used by investors because it's a relatively inexpensive way to diversify your holdings. If I own a share of a mutual fund, the mutual fund probably owns 30 stocks or 15 stocks and 15 bonds or some relatively large number of different companies, and allows investors to diversify. Other financial institutions include credit unions, which are largely like cooperatives, pension funds, which invest retirement savings, insurance companies, which take their shareholder premiums and invest those as well. And also you have maybe less scrupulous services like pawn shops and loan sharks and payday lenders and things like that that also provide financial services and work as financial intermediaries.